And Khatan, the Arsenal fan, has given us a call on 08717 223344 to discuss what is going on at Arsenal today. I mean, what did you make of the performance first and foremost, Khatan?
Hello, how are you?
We're good. Are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm slightly disappointed with Arsenal's result today, but I'm kind of used to it now for the last decade.
Yes. Why are you saying the last decade? I mean, I understand why you're saying the last decade, but you can't kind of put one game down to the last decade.
No, surely we're not decade, but I'm so used to now seeing this kind of performance from Arsenal.
Right.
I just don't know where the club's going.
I see what you mean. When you say there's a mess at the club, what do you mean? What's the problem?
I just don't think the players are putting in the commitment that is required to put on an Arsenal shirt. The history we have at this club, and as an Arsenal fan growing up, I was so used to watching us win trophies, used to be so dominant. Of course, time changes. You cannot not have that same era as before. But for a club like Arsenal, we should not be in the 9th position as we are at the moment. And we should not be playing Europa League. We should be playing in the Champions League at the very best. How many times are people going to say, let's change the manager and so on? But they said the same with Wenger. Nothing happened. Emery, nothing happened. Now Arteta, people are saying, is he the right man? Is he the right man? When are people going to realize that these kind of performances are the players who should be taking the blame?
I think you definitely can't blame Arteta. He's put out a good side today. First half is the best I've seen Arsenal play in ages. Dominated the game. Just the problem today was missing chances. When you 1-0 up, it's always a common saying, take your chances, because one goal isn't enough, and Burnley were always going to get their chances in the game. And that's what Arsenal have to be now, more clinical to win games.
I completely agree with you, and this is what I mean. I don't think Arteta is the problem. When we see Arsenal play, we started the game off really well today, right? When we started the game off really well, but again, as they say in football, 1-0 is never enough. But how many times are we going to sit back, lay back, and just basically fall asleep?
But you didn't at the end of the game. The last 10 minutes, you were throwing everything at it. Burnley had their chances, but
yes, we definitely at the end, like we should be. But then again, we had that middle period passage where we were slow. And we should be taking our chances, especially at Arsenal Football Club. If they're going to put on the shirt, you have to take the chances.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. What did you?
This is a chance. How many times are we going to be? Not just today's game. You look at how many times in previous years when we've played against the big boys, Chelsea, United, Liverpool. We've got stuffing, and even the games.
Well, you beat Chelsea earlier on this season.
No, this season. I'm talking about previous seasons, 3-4 years ago, 2-3 years ago. And we went through like 4 or 5 years where we were struggling to beat top teams. And we were 2-0 down in probably each game within the first 10-15 minutes. And within the 10-15 minutes, when we were 2-0 down, then we started coming back into the game. But why did it take us too long? And today, the problem was the other way around. We started off really well, but then we sat back a bit. We allowed Burnley to gain that confidence, and unfortunately, they got 1 point out of it.
Well, listen, Gabby watched the game earlier, Khatan. So let's get Gabby's views on the game overall.
I think Arsenal were the dominant team, but Arsenal, I said it when they were 1-0 up, I said they're looking a bit complacent. They were getting the ball and they were doing too many passes in the wrong area, and it summed it up with the goal. I think they were trying to take the mickey a bit with the goal, because you don't really play in that sort of part of the pitch. Any little wrong pass, it's a goal, and I think they deserve to concede the equaliser, because Leno shouldn't be playing the ball to Xhaka in that area anyway, and Xhaka, as we know, is all left foot. He's played it on his right foot, and it's a poor pass. So I think they definitely need to work on you know, play in the right areas, and that's what they got punished for today. And Burnley, they were poor in the first 30 minutes. What Burnley can grind out results, and they can do that against anyone. So once you let them back into the game, it was inevitable they were going to hold on.
I know you're talking.
I agree with you. I completely agree. When you let them back into the game, then, you know, things can go against you, and that's what happened today. And this is why I'm frustrated.
Yeah. I think as well, Khatan.
We didn't take our chances.
Yeah. I think as well, from playing.
Hold on. Just one of you talk. Khatan, let Gabby ask something.
No, because when I used to play football, if I was a Burnley player today, at half time, I would have been saying to the team, you know what? Let's go out there and beat these, because the goal that Arsenal conceded was what we call it taking the mick, where you're trying to pass in the wrong areas, and you're treating the team you're playing against with a bit of disrespect. So that goal was an equaliser, but it would have fired Burnley up for the game even more, and that showed second half. There's more fight from Burnley because Arsenal were trying to pass it around them in the wrong areas, which was a bit, like we say, taking the mick.